Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. As always, guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel, and if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. So we have Aries Taurus Cusp, excuse me, for this week, and we have this energy for you guys of like the realist. So you have a lot of things that are happening, or there's a lot of because it almost like the way that they're showing it is like there's just like one thing after the other, one thing after the other, one thing after the other, and it doesn't necessarily have to be anything that is uncomfortable, or anything that is coming in to be destructive or anything like that. It is more of this energy, to be honest with you, of you just being the realist, meaning you being yourself regardless of the situation that is going around you. You showing up as yourself regardless of what that looks like. Someday it may be that you're all, you're in sweats, or you want to be in PJs. It may be that you want to dress up and get up in heels. Maybe you want to wear a suit, if you're a man, or maybe you just want to walk around in your boxers all day. Whatever it is, it's kind of like finally getting to that place, to be honest with you, where you're just like, this is it. Like, what you see is what you got, right? There is no, you're not trying to, let's put it this way, guys, you guys are not trying to pretend to be something you're not. You're not trying to sell this fake version of yourself in any area of your life. And when I say that, it's almost kind of like there may have been certain people in your space, or certain places where you may have restricted yourself from showing up as yourself, but it's like you're kind of like, nah, like you're just done with it, is mainly the energy that I'm picking up. So there is definitely this because I don't want to keep on leaning to the right. Really comfortable here. There is an energy of that, like just being comfortable in your own skin, being comfortable with how it is that you choose to live your life, and just being comfortable with just being, right? And I'm just looking because there's like so much going on. And again, guys, these are just general readings. What is it that, what is that word? Do I have it written down? Sustainable. So when, how can I put it? So whatever it is, right, that is coming in kind of like in a rush energy, or all of these things that you're trying to handle all at once, right? So like, let's use like if you have, let's say if you were planning like a big event, right, like a wedding or sweet 16. I'm not saying that you are, that's just the example, guys. And let's say, leading up, especially like those 2 or 3 days before leading up to the big event, there are multiple things that you have to make sure are in order and are in place, right? But through it all, you can go about it two different ways, right? You can stress about everything that is not perfect to the T of as how you want it to be, or you can look at a situation, or that situation that is going to be connected to the event, kind of like, oh, okay, that didn't come through, or that didn't work, let's brainstorm and see what we can do. And that's kind of like the approach that you're having when it comes to life. If something in your life is not going in the direction or the way that you wanted it to, you're brainstorming on how it is that you can still get the outcome that you want, even if the road to that destination switches up, right? Like the little detour. And what this does for you is that you come to realize, or you're coming to realize this week, that the more that you show up as yourself in every area of your life, whether this is at work, whether this is at home, whether this is at the gym, whether this is at, the craft store or the craft class, whatever it is, the easier the answers come, the easier things get for you, in the sense where you're not constantly struggling or constantly battling to figure something out. The brainstorming becomes a lot easier, and what it is that you create, or what it is that you manifest, is sustainable. It is something that you're going to be able to kind of like always have, if that makes any sense. Whether it is the experience, whether it is the wisdom that you learn from it, or whether it is something materialistically that comes in for you. So regardless of anything, there is you've learned, or you realize, let's put it this way, that there is a huge benefit to always being yourself. Because when you show up as yourself, regardless of wherever the situation is, everything works in your favor, right? Because you're genuinely just allowing yourself to be, allowing yourself to live through the experience, right? And allowing yourself to see what it is that is trying to be shown to you, or what it is that is trying to be revealed. And a lot of you, honestly, there is a sense like you tend to like more of a fast paced type of energy I'm picking up. But you like the chaotic, but it's almost like organized chaos, or controlled chaos, let's put it that way. You thrive in that type of energy, and there's nothing wrong with it. And if somebody's telling you that there's something wrong with you because of that, you have to let them deal with that on their own. Because you have to realize that a lot of what people are saying right now are a lot of projections of what it is that how certain things, let's put it this way, how certain traumas manifested in their own life. And that does not apply to everyone. There are always exceptions to every single rule. And when it comes to the control chaos and living in it, and when it comes to manifesting from within that energy and being at your best, you are that exception to the rule. The control chaos does not throw you off. The control chaos does not bring in like this unsteady, or this nervousness, or this anxiousness. It actually helps you ground, because it's almost kind of like you enjoy the solving the riddle, or solving the problem, or trying to figure something out. You enjoy all of that thinking out of the box. And a lot of you may have shied away from that, again, because you were restricting yourself for whatever the reason. And again, guys, it is what it is. It happens to all of us from time to time, for whatever the reason, whether we're consciously or consciously or unconsciously doing it. But sometimes when you restrict yourself, right, you're not allowing yourself to be yourself. And when you allow and you embrace yourself, and you allow yourself to show up as yourself, then you flourish in this energy of control chaos. And I really love it for you guys, because again, you guys just, it's almost kind of like how you live it and you can see it. Is one of the things when I say, like, if you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life, right? And I say that because when I worked as a nurse, I loved it and I lived it, right? It was a part of, I never looked at it like, oh, I gotta go to work, right? It was always like, I get to go to work, right? I get to go to work. I get to go and help people. And I allow myself to be that, right? And regardless of what people would say or people would think, and they're like, oh, it's just a job. Well, to you, it's just a job. I actually enjoy it. I actually love what I do, right? It is not just a paycheck. And when you come to situations, regardless of what it is, from that point of view, everything changes. Those are the people that are called like the luckiest, or those are the people that are always attracting what it is that they want, because they're genuinely doing things as themselves and not pretending. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a few here just to clarify. Okay, give me 3 cards here. So we have the 5 of Cups is in the reverse. I read the cards as they come out to me, not towards you guys, just so you're aware. So again, we have the 5 of Cups in the reverse, the Lovers in the reverse, and then the King of Pentacles in the upright position. So you're definitely walking away from an energy that, again, any restrictions, and these restrictions could have been, you may have put them in place without even realizing it. And maybe maybe there was a situation where you needed to kind of like hold back because maybe a family or friend, whatever, was going through like a hard time and stuff, and there were things that needed to be addressed, or things that you were kind of holding back while you were in their energy or their presence or whatever, until they dealt with whatever it is that they had to deal with, right? And sometimes, like, again, whatever these just restrictions is that you put for yourself, you may have been unaware of that you were doing it at the time, but you're finally kind of like freeing yourself from that, and you're just choosing to show up. Like, if you're gonna go somewhere, if you're going to interact with certain people, whatever it is, it's like, this is me, this is real, this is not a show that I'm putting on. You either like it, you love it, or you hate it, and either way is perfectly fine, right? And it's beautiful, because it really allows a lot. Even though you have a lot going on, and people are looking at you like, yo, you guys are taking on too much, you're like, nah, you don't get it. Like, this is where I thrive. And it's just beautiful. And I really love this energy for you guys. So I really do hope that you guys take advantage of it. So let's go ahead and let's put out a love energy card. Now, this can be any type of relationship, romantic, platonic, your relationship with your job, your career, yourself, etc. Just give me one card for Aries Taurus Cusp, or just one card, Spirit. So we have the girl talk. So the girl talk talks about time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, and having fun. So happily single, this energy with the happily single is like you finally divorced or broke up with that energy of restrictions, to be honest with you. You finally were just like, you know what, restrictions, you know what, limitations, it's over. There is a song that is coming to mind, and I know who sings it. Give me one second. Let me see if I can find it. It is a gospel song. Okay, so it's by Kirk Franklin. I knew who sang it. And it's called Hello Fear, right? And in the song, if you have heard it or not, it goes where he's talking to fear, right? To the energy of fear. And he is telling fear how... let me see. Where is it? He tells fear, like, hello, fear. Before you sit down, there's something I need to explain. Since you're here, I think I should tell you. Since we last talked, things have changed. See, I'm tired of being brokenhearted. And honestly, I should have just stopped at, since the last time we talked, things have changed. Because that's really what it is. The last time that you allow yourself to restrict yourself or not to show up as yourself in any shape, in any way, was the last time. And since then, you have told yourself that you're no longer doing that to yourself. And again, there is no agenda here or anything like that. If you guys have been following me for a while, I listen to everything. Spanish, English, I be even listening to some other languages that I don't be understanding, but I be feeling that beat, and it's like, let's hit the dance floor, which is usually my kitchen or living room. But to be honest with you, the lyrics to the song, if you apply it to any energy that may have been holding you back or restricting you, it may be a song that may be worth, even if you don't want to listen to it, maybe reading just the lyrics as a poem, if that makes any sense. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a closing message for you guys. Alrighty. A closing message for Aries Taurus. Alrighty, and we have the hollow bone, number 28, teachability. So when we talk about the teachability energy, right, when we allow ourselves to be open to learn, right? Oh, this work. Oh, this is what it is. It allows you to not just expand, let's put it this way, mentally, but also allows you to expand spiritually. And it also allows you to be more grounded within yourself, because the more that you know about yourself, the more that you learn about yourself, the more that you're able to relate, to understand, and to accept the world and those around you. And that's exactly what is happening within your energy. Well, guys, that is all that I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing. Guys, take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye bye.